Hey guys, on here. Welcome back for episode 1 of season 3 of The Mandalorian. It has been a long wait, and it is finally time for us to jump back into the seat with Mando and baby Grogu. I cannot wait to see where this goes. A little tidbit came out the other day in an interview with Jon Favreau that shed some light a little bit on the timeline. In that interview, he specified that it has been 2 years since Grogu left to go train with Luke. Not that it has been 2 years that he spent training with Luke, which is what a lot of the headlines and a lot of the outlets on Twitter and social media and all that stuff is kind of like propositing, and people have just kind of been running with that. But no, Book of Boba Fett just happened somewhere within there. Just in the interview and his wording himself, like he actually read the interview, because there's like these bullet points that have been like getting shared around and all that leading into it. That's not like what is actually said in the discussion. So Book of Boba Fett does happen somewhere within that time frame, but we don't necessarily know when. Just that since we last saw them, some more time has passed. Which makes me wonder, like, where we are right now. What is happening? What all they've been up to up until this point. It's also a nice little way to kind of fluff and explain Grogu's advancement in his abilities. We don't know, we don't know how much time he spent with Luke, but he's had a lot of this training already. And as Luke said, it's not that he's really teaching Grogu, it's helping him remember. And that's a lot of the journey, is Grogu unlocking these repressed memories. And I hope we get more of that in this season, as well as furthering this story with the Mando and his redemption in the eyes of his clan. And more so not the redemption story itself, but him stepping into and owning this new role with the Darksaber and what that can mean, and maybe even reuniting the clans to hopefully maybe even take back Mandalore. That's something that I've been hoping to see this entire time, and maybe just revisiting the lands themselves will be a fun little thing. I don't expect to get right into that in the first episode. Not expecting anything crazy to reintroduce us into this thing. But yeah, man, I'm excited. So we're going to go and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It will be in watch-along format, so we'll need your own footage to sync up with the time code, summary reaction, the entire episode. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and try to make it worth your while since you are going to support the channel. And guys, if you enjoy this reaction, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already, because we got more stuff coming your way. With this coinciding with Bad Batch, that will be coming out later today. This is definitely taking a priority for me, so be patient. I would really appreciate that as well. But with that all said and out of the way, guys, let's hop into episode 1. Here we go. Oh, interesting. We hearing the armorer clacking away through this? Or is this something else? Oh, we're making a new helmet. It looks tiny. Okay, never mind. It looks about the same. In her hands, at least. Aww. Oh.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
From this moment on, I shall never remove my helmet.
From this moment on, I shall never...
Whoa! Well, holy shit, that took a turn. Dude, this thing's wicked. Look at that armor plating on top. Death roll! Death roll for Death Watch. God, man. Dude, I don't think they've hurt this thing at all. They're just pissing it off. Welcome to Space Florida. Oh! Oh, this is a... I was starting to think maybe this was a flashback. Holy shit! Hell yeah! Poor thing, though. Was just hanging out. Oh! Hey guys, what's up? Check out my new ride. That's so cute, dude. The Apostate, chapter 17.
If I visit the planet and I can bring you proof that I have bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, then by creed, the decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
Please, will deep my daddy.
This is the way.
I do kind of wish, and maybe that'll still happen, is that he would, because he's seen other Mandalorians not live like this. He's kind of learned a little that his clan's a little, and maybe he'll like not be as concerned about it and find his own way. We'll see. We'll see. Yo! Dude! Hell yeah! Dude, if we see these things in live action, that will be great. Holy shit. Dude, that's also terrifying, because, like, those things traveling around in the hyperspace lanes can be dangerous. Aww. Dude, because this fighter would just plop right into one of those whales, dude, and just... Dude, I forgot their names, though. I'll admit it. I forgot what they're actually called. Like, it's right there on the tip of my tongue, and I can't place it. Purgil. Yes, seeing a whole pod of Purgil while they're floating around. Dude, I love how much Navarro has changed since we were here last. It's like completely turned around and is thriving. I love it. Whoever destroys this statue must pay.
Mando!
If you guys haven't seen my reactions to the Rocky franchise, I have finally seen them, and
That's High Magistrate Karga.
he's so good in them, man.
Doesn't even look like the same place.
I know, we've done a lot with it.
Oh, he's got little scooter droids holding up at the back of his cape.
I can set you up with a prime tract right over by the hot springs. You and the little one, you can settle down, you can hang up your blaster, live off the fat of the land.
Grogu.
Come again?
His name is Grogu.
If you say so.
That's how a lot of people feel still.
I thought you had completed your mission, but you're still running around here with the same little critter.
It's complicated.
Where you're from, you may be an apostate.
Snacks can no longer escape him.
There's someone here to see you.
It can wait.
But it's pirates. Pirates in the courtyard.
That'll be enough of that.
Grief, Karga, my old friend.
Let's continue this conversation back at my office.
This is a school.
Well, that explains why she wouldn't let me inside. I forgot, it was your cut of my boss's treasure that built this saloon.
Pirate King Gorian Shard's name is familiar to all in this.
I was like,
sector.
Hondo?
We drink here.
That is a school now.
I say it's still a bar. Now bring us
No.
a drink.
Is there a problem here,
no.
Magistrate?
Is there a problem here? What do you think?
Not if you serve me a drink.
Not in my school.
Dude, try it.
Sounds like you went soft.
You think so?
Tell Captain Gorian Shard that Navarro is no longer friendly to pirates. Now get out of here.
Quick on the draw, man. Oh, you messed up. Why would you try that?
Get out of here, Vane.
Is really these goons out here underestimating, one, grief, and two, a Mandalorian?
I need a marshal.
What about Marshal Doom?
After she brought in Moff Gideon, she was recruited by Special Forces.
And what came of Gideon?
Damn, they mentioned it.
I can't serve as your marshal. I have something pressing to attend to.
Apologies. I didn't know you were here on business. What can we provide?
I mean, didn't he mention that when he came in?
I need him back.
What?
IG-11 was destroyed on the lava river. This is just a statue.
These are his parts, are they not?
Oh. Okay, never mind. Somebody doesn't destroy the stat. Well, some of it's still there. I guess they took what parts they could take. Isn't the whole point that, like, when it self-destructs, that, like, it leaves no evidence behind, nothing that can be reverse engineered? But I honestly don't care because I loved these two.
You said it. Is my asset to be terminated.
Uh-oh. Oh God.
Mando, shoot it! Shoot it!
Well,
Now that's
that
using your head. I think he defaulted to his old programming.
Fortunately, Navarro has attracted the best droid smiths of the Outer Rim. They'll have IG back to his old self in no time.
Who?
The Anzellans.
What do you want?
so many Babu.
Mando, he said he can't fix it.
That's no good. I need this one. This one is my friend.
They're not friends anymore. Memory circuit broken.
He says the memory circuit is shot.
No.
Well, put in a new one.
No.
Or would it not have no memories?
If you can get a new part, he says he can fix it.
No, Grogu.
Oh, what? What? What is he doing?
No, it's crazy. Bad baby. Oh,
Bad baby.
bad baby.
No, Grogu.
What was he gonna do? It would be hilarious if he tried to eat him.
This here is your hyperspace map. You determine your range by looking at your fuel gauge. And this is your enemy proximity warning indicator. Hang on, kid, we got pirates.
After him!
Dude. Oh, more?
3 more.
Dude, I mean, we're kicking off with a pretty strong start, man. With that action set piece against that giant armored alligator, and then now this.
Has anyone got eyes on the Mandalorian? Not yet.
Wow. Oh, dude, this is badass. Like, again, I just want to repeat, I don't know what these idiots were thinking. Sorry about your mining tower. My God, dude, this...
Mandalorian to you, Captain.
Stop where you are, Mandalorian. You're outgunned.
I have no quarrel with you, Guardian Shard.
Ha! What a kind sentiment.
Old man swamp thing.
Kid, never trust a pirate.
Sorry, bud. Peace out.
This is Kalevala. It's another planet in the Mandalorian system. And that is a Mandalorian castle.
Dude. Well, well, well. Looky who it is.
I'm here to join you.
There's nothing left to join.
Where is the stolen fleet?
Making their way through the galaxy as mercenaries. Do you still have the saber?
I do.
Then you lead them.
So you gave up your designs to retake Mandalore?
Your cult gave up on Mandalore long before the Purge. Where were you then? The children of the Watch and all the factions that came before fractured and shattered our people.
I am going to Mandalore, so that I may bathe in the living waters and be forgiven for my transgressions.
You are a fool. There's nothing magic about the mines of Mandalore. They supplied Beskar ore to our ancestors, and the rest is superstition. That planet has been ravaged, plundered, and poisoned.
You said that the curse was a lie. Make up your mind.
If you want to go to the mines, be my guest. They're beneath the Civic Center in the city of Sundari.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Din Djarin.
Dude, this episode was solid. It really set us on the stages on where we're going. Gave us a lot of great little action set pieces, set the vibe, set the tone, and just filled us in on, you know, what all's changed, what all's going on, and what we can kind of expect from the rest of the season at least. Or at least one primary aspect of it, this redemption arc. And like she posited here, she is like still poking and prodding at the children of the Watch, you know, and their beliefs and their lack of actual care for the Mandalorian people themselves. It still leaves me hope that maybe he'll find his own path, or maybe realize that maybe redemption isn't what he needs. But I also like that he's still focused on that prospect that hope, because that's all he really knows. That's the only way he knows. Even if he's seen other things, it's not as easy to change your beliefs and your values just like that. And I know it's been some times past and stuff like that, but like, it's difficult when you're raised in something like that. But I would like to see that turn around and him in turn unite the clans. Again, this questioning of whether or not Mandalore is inhabitable is something I can't wait to see. It's something I've been waiting for some time. It definitely seems like there's some sort of superstition and Imperial propaganda, like they talked before. Is like, we really trust what the Empire says about the planet. And while they did glass it, saying that it's cursed, saying that, pushing this narrative that it's poisoned to try to keep people from returning. Moff Gideon also kind of seemingly alluded to some knowledge about some goings-ons on Mandalore that is still a little bit of a mystery. That I'm very curious to see if, what more is on the planet more than just, if anything at all, than it's like value to the Mandalorians itself. For all we know, Beskar could still be being mined there. Maybe that's one of the things they're keeping secret, or maybe there's something else going on. I also like that not only is she challenging him, like, Grief is even kind of opening up still, like as a friend, be like, hey, just put it all down. You and Grogu can live here. You can be a lawman. You can find your own peace. Help us build something for ourselves, offering up prime real estate for them to kind of aid in that fact. And the mentioning of Cara Dune. I was curious if they were ever going to touch upon that. And we did get our little line that after everything that had gone on, the character at least continues on in this world, that she's been recruited for like some special operations by the Republic to kind of send her off, at least from being here as the Marshal, because that would be hard to explain, dodging her here and whatnot. So we did get that little line. Seeing Purrgil, even while not up close and personal, seeing a pod of them hanging out in the hyperspace lanes was something I wouldn't have expected, but leave it to Dave Filoni to creep this stuff in here, man. Rick Famuyiwa did a great job directing this episode, especially that opening sequence, like the scale and the size of it all. It definitely kind of took me back to the Krayt Dragon, maybe on a smaller scale, but like also seeing more of the Mandalorian culture, or at least rituals, play out. The dawning of this foundling's first helmet and the acceptance of the creed, and just seeing all these stragglers just kind of hanging out and just struggling hard, and then Din just comes in and pops this thing with this cool ass new ride. But yeah, it was a whole fun little sequence, man. I thought this really kind of brought us back with these characters in a nice warm little way. On top of that, IG, him looking out to try to rebuild him. If that was a possibility, I feel like that would have been explored way earlier. But it does feel a little out of nowhere, but it's still, even so, it does make me excited, because that dynamic, I loved it. But I like that they're kind of keep that at arm's length. Again, we've kind of compared throughout these multiple seasons of the show feeling a lot like a video game adaptation with these little quests. And this seems like one of those ones where you have like in-world, you start it off, you get what you need, and then you just kind of have to fulfill some other condition to complete it. So it's like part of a quest line. So now we got to find this memory unit, which I'm like confused about, and like I don't really care all that deeply about the machinations of a lot of the stuff going on in the Star Wars realm. But like, I'm just like, problem is that his memories are gone. That storage of that version of IG is wrecked. And I don't know where that data is stored, but you would imagine it would be in the memory unit. So replacing the memory would basically, like that unit would basically imply, at least to me, is that he would still have no memory of them. He would just now have a working memory unit. I don't know. Maybe they can try to relearn him back to the way he was, but while not perfect or right on point, maybe train him away from that default programming. I don't know. But it was fun seeing all those like little Babu freaks working on them, and then that situation with like Grief translating when they gave up talking in their own language to just talk to him, and Grief was still translating. Dude, that was hilarious. We also have this little scuffle with these pirates creeping in and not letting Navarro forget where it came from, kind of like this vestige of the past clinging to the old. And I wonder if that's going to be a thread that keeps popping up throughout the remainder of the season. Definitely just kind of like embarrassed them and then took off. Once we saw that pirate gang and any Mitra to Pirates and a Dave Filoni thing, my immediate thought was, are we finally going to see a live action Hondo? No, not yet. Not yet. But if we're dabbling into pirates, maybe we'll stumble across a little old friend that maybe has lost his mark in the galaxy, and this new pirate lord, king, whatever, is kind of taking over the lanes in this sector, and maybe we'll see some vying for control, or maybe even Hondo's been abandoned or mutinized against at one point. That would be a fun thing to dive into. But yeah, man, great first episode. I'd love to know what you guys thought, so sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you guys enjoy this reaction, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sher, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Amy Becca, Josh Lee, and Aaron Myers. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody coming in and tuning in for this video here today. I really do appreciate you guys. But that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you all next week with episode 2. And in the meantime, may the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.